Hello, everyone. Welcome to Food Fusion. I'm your host, Charles Mathison. And in this podcast, I'm going to be talking about winterizing for the winter. Kind of an oxymoron, but yes, getting those foods that are really good in the winter that can hold us down during the daytime. So, I'm going to talk about first my food cycle. And it's a little different for me this time because usually my food cycle is not what I'm going to talk about in the podcast. And this time it is. So, my food cycle, I have been eating a lot of avocado and wintry food. So, I guess I should just go into what is the theme for today. So, roasted vegetables. Roasted vegetables are always good, but I find that in the wintertime, I eat a preponderance of vegetables. So, some of those vegetables are cabbage. Like cabbage, I have rediscovered cabbage. Cabbage has just gotten a really bad rap. I think because many of you listening probably have had cabbage when you were a kid and it just wasn't made right. It didn't have like the spices and the preparation. It was just kind of just like this vegetable you ate that, at least for me, that I was like forced to eat. But I roast it. I put salt, pepper, vegetable oil on it, and I have it with a piece of fish. It goes really well with fish, I find, or just raw, as not raw, but just by itself as a snack. It's really good. It doesn't go really well with chicken. I tried that today. The flavor profile just doesn't work. Carrots. Carrots are great for winter. They last a really long time in the refrigerator. This week I made some chicken chow mein. So chicken chow mein is a Chinese dish. It's basically just winter hearty vegetables. My vegetables of choice are carrots, celery, onion. That's cooked in butter, and then you get some broth, some chicken broth. I use bouillon and then some cornstarch. And then you have your broth and you make that with white rice, and it's great. So that is one idea. And another idea, and this is what I'm telling you comes straight out of my kitchen, that's also in my food cycle, are Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts are super hearty. A lot of people don't like them, I found, and I think it just has to do with how one cooks them. So I cook them in the air fryer, of course, and I cook it with rosemary and garlic with some olive oil. And I'm telling you, man, try it. Just like get your Brussels sprouts, you cut them in half, then you add your rosemary and your garlic, your chopped garlic, and then you put it in the air fryer on roast. That's about 375 degrees to 390 degrees in the air fryer for about 12 to 15 minutes, or it gets to the consistency that you like, and then bam. It's really, really good. Just by itself, or if you want to have it with meat, it goes really well with meat. All right. So all those three are in my food cycle at this moment. And now, winter is not the same without your hot drinks. And these are drinks that are also in my food cycle. So, first one is hot chocolate. And I make my hot chocolate just with whole milk, Hershey syrup, and some whipped cream. I just zap it in the microwave. and I was doing this retreat for this 90-day program I'm in right now. And I was with someone and she ordered that. I'm like, oh my goodness, I love hot chocolate. It's so wintry and cozy. And so I've just been having a lot of hot chocolates right now. And that's a great way to winterize your cabin in the city, which we call our apartment. Another thing I've been doing is having tea and coffee with condensed milk. You know, I am the son of Jamaican immigrants, and condensed milk is a big part of the culture around drinks in Jamaica. And I never did it until about a week and a half ago. And no, about 2 weeks ago. By chance, I wanted to just try it out because I heard someone at my job tell me about it. And then I put it inside of my tea, my Earl Grey tea, and I absolutely loved it. Then I went down to Sunrise, Florida, and I saw my aunt, and she had it. And so that was just continuing the condensed milk wave. Then at work, I actually bought some and I keep it in my fridge at work, and I've been putting it in my coffee at work, and it's just really great. Just like winterizing your diet can be really, really fun and really, really cozy. And I hope you try out these drinks on your own. Tea, I love tea and coffee, and it just makes it just like cozy. Just cozy, you know? And finally, I have been using coconut milk in my meals. And I wanted to try something different with my hot cereals. I love hot cereal, I love porridge, I love oatmeal, and I wanted to do something that was different. So I cooked my oatmeal in coconut milk. And then what I did, I added some condensed milk to it. Oh my God. Man, try it. All I can say is try it for yourself. It's oatmeal on another level. Just coconut milk. It's very versatile. And then what I did that same day I made the oatmeal and the coconut milk was I made some coconut milk soup with some black eyed peas. So I got the black eyed peas and I soaked them during the day, and then I boiled them till it got to my consistency. And then for the broth, I had the coconut milk. I got some Thai red chili paste. I got some fish oil, not fish oil, like the fish, like fish syrup, fish sauce. And then I added some sugar, and then I added some Thai chili, and it was great. I'm telling you, and it's just so simple. I always find that the most tasty foods are really simple to make. Well, the red chili paste, I didn't make that on my own. I got that in the container from my Thai grocer. But for me, all I did was spoon it out and put it inside the coconut milk. That's what I mean. So it was it was an experience. And now that is definitely in my winter foods list of things to make. Do you like to cook? Are you looking for a cooking buddy? Then join me on YouTube for After Hours, my cooking show in which I mix up great dishes at night and have a jolly old time. See the link for my YouTube channel in the description. Cheers! And finally, let's talk about drinks. I'm a man who likes to have an alcoholic drink. And I've noticed recently drinks in bars, in restaurants, are minimum $10. And sometimes one doesn't want to pay that. You can actually buy a bottle of rum for like $10. Not very good one, and actually an okay one, but like $10, $11. I was at a bar last night and paid $11 for a rum and coke. So anyway, I was looking for something to do about that recently. So, when in need of a drink and you're not at a bar, what can one do? Get a flask. So, I looked up flasks on Amazon, and they have some beautiful ones, like with engravings, shiny, metallic, pewter. Some costing more than $50, upwards of there, much higher. And I just need a basic one. So I actually saw a set of 8. So it has 4 larger ones and then 4 smaller ones, and it was $23. And I'm going to put a link to that in the description. So if you are looking for a way to save some money, and you are a man or a woman who enjoys a drink, get a flask. They're very classy, and you can save a buck or two. So that is Food Fusion for today. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe to this podcast, tell all your friends, and until next time, cheers.